Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Prakshal Daga. Adarsh Gupta. Are you there all? Listening?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My voice is audible enough?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. Only Mukul can hear. Rest are not replying. What about others? Are you alive or still sleeping? Gracie Upadhyay, are you there? Diya Nimawat, Shreya Khandelwal. Say yes, sir, if you are.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Aditya, my voice is reaching there in Asnavar. Aditya,
Yes,
am
sir.
I
Perfect.
audible?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes,
What
sir.
about Ramganj Mandi? Ramganj Mandi, Adarsh Gupta, Nivisha Ved, Prakshal Daga.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir, audible.
Yes, sir.
And Keshav Khandelwal?
Yes, sir, your voice is clear.
Okay, today only you are replying, otherwise rest of the days you are not responding. We continue the topic, meanwhile everybody is joining. So the topic which we were reading previous day, that is literary device or poetic device. Already some of the terms we have discussed, you have learned it. So topic is literary device or poetic device. What is another name for this? Any one of you can tell me? Another term for the
Figures
title?
of speech.
Yes?
Figures of speech. Figures of
Louder,
speech.
louder. Figures of speech. You can also call it figures of speech. Yes. Now, the objective of today's class is to understand and use the poetic device which you have already learned and the more which we are going to learn in our next class, plus in your writing skill, in your poetry, in your fiction, whatever writing work you do, so that you can make your writing, your English, your language more and more effective. So, a quick recap of whatever we learned yesterday. Simile. First of all, the term is simile. Now, what is simile? Who can answer me? Simile? Aditya, simile?
Sir, when there is a comparison between two things using the words like or as.
So, comparison using words like, as. One example, Mukul, give one example.
He is as tall as giraffe.
Okay, another example, Gracie. Gracie, Prakshal Daga, another example of simile.
The glow of his face was as bright as sunshine.
Okay, you are speaking like Madonna. So comparing your voice with another person. So that is called simile. Next one we had done, that is metaphor. Now what is metaphor? Vedika, tell me what is metaphor? Vedika, what is metaphor?
To compare the human beings with
Speak
non-living
louder,
things.
clear.
Sir, किसी non-living thing से compare करना.
So you can speak in English. This is English class. You can speak in English. Yes. Example, Vedika. Give the example. Gorang Soni. Akansha. Shriya Khandelwal.
The snow is white as blanket.
Speak louder. This is live class and it is being recorded. You are behaving not properly. Speak louder
The
and
snow is a
clear.
white blanket.
Are you listening? Have you understood what she said?
Yes, sir.
No, voice is not clear. Speak louder.
The
Keshav.
snow is a white blanket.
Okay, Keshav, another example of metaphor. You're speaking only into your mouth. Keshav, another example. Harshin Saluja. Reply. Varsha. Akansha Ratnawat, reply. No reply. Mukul, another example.
Sir, he is a shining star.
Okay. So Mukul is shining star of RPS. Gracie Upadhyay is another Lata Mangeshkar of Jhalawad. Aditya Agrawal is Einstein of Asnawar. So like this we can make comparison, that is called metaphor. Now next one is hyperbole. What is hyperbole? Yesterday we had learned it. What is hyperbole? Any one of you? Anyone? Faster.
Exaggerating the things.
So exaggeration. Exaggerating things or exaggeration, that is hyperbole. And what is the example? Give me one good example of exaggeration. Yes?
I'm too hungry. I could eat
Exaggeration.
a horse.
Yeah?
I am too hungry. I could eat a horse.
Okay. So another example I can give you for exaggeration. I am so hungry that I could eat a horse. Means I am very hungry that I can even eat quantity of food like a horse. Okay. Next one is personification. This also we read yesterday. Now what is personification? You might be knowing at least personification. Yes, personification. Srishti Kashyap, personification. Prakshal Daga, give example.
When non-living things, when non-living things are compared in living terms.
Okay. Give one example.
For example, fire swallowed the entire forest.
Okay, fine. So you can look at a tree and you can say the tree is dancing. The clouds are smiling, it's about to rain. Next one, onomatopoeia. Another topic is, another term is onomatopoeia. What do you mean by onomatopoeia? Gracie, reply, you are not answering. What do you mean by onomatopoeia? Yeah, Gracie. Aditya. Aditya, Mukul, Adarsh.
Sir, a
Reply
word.
someone.
A word.
So it is a word that represents.
Sounds like it describes.
Yes, sounds. So it is a word that imitates the sound it represents. It is a word that imitates the sound it represents. Example. Example. Give me some example. TikTok.
Bang.
Tap tap.
Sir, mumble.
Crack. So many others are there. Next one is imagery. What is imagery? Gorang Soni. What is imagery? When a writer invokes the five senses, the words those invoke are five senses. That is called imagery. Understand? And the example, you could have it here. The smell reminded him of rotting tomatoes. The fragrance of the food reminded him of his old days. The fence was uneven like baby teeth. The sun, the moon, the rills, the rivers, all these things provide beauty to heart, joy to mind. Next is foreshadowing. Foreshadowing is giving pre-notions, pre-ideas about whatever important events which is going to take place. Any important event or any important news has to be announced. Before that, some introduction is given, that is called foreshadowing. Okay. Next one is alliteration. And alliteration also we had seen in previous class. Yes. What is alliteration? Repetition of
Same letter of sound.
same kind of sound. So alliteration is repetition of sound. Repetition of same kind of sound in a sentence. That is called alliteration. Example, mostly used in tongue twisters. Yes, mostly used in tongue twisters, poetries. Example, you could have Sally sells shells on sea shore. So many examples we had seen yesterday. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Go and gather the green leaves on the grass. Yes, one more example should be given to me by any one of you. Give me another example of alliteration. Any one of you?
Kiran's kitten kept playing.
Okay. Yes. Shreyans Patidar. Give example. Shreyans. Give example of alliteration. Akansha. Harshin. Are you listening to me or not?
May I?
Harshin, Akansha, are you listening? Shreyans Patidar, are you listening? Am I audible to you? Is my voice reaching to you? Yes or no? At least say yes or no. You are sitting like dumb. Vedika,
Yes, sir.
are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Srishti Kashyap. Okay, Vedika, give the example of alliteration. Your own example. Vedika, give example of alliteration.
Sheep is sleeping in the shed.
She is sleeping on the.
Sheep is sleeping on the shed.
Okay, Chirag Meena. Chirag, give me example of alliteration. Yes, Chirag. Faster. It's not so difficult to answer. Shreya Khandelwal, answer. Example of alliteration.
Yes, sir. Sir, a black bug bite a big black bear.
Okay, so B sound is repeated again and again. Good. Now, just last person, that is, I want Gorang Soni.
So may I?
Yes, say.
Yes, sir.
So home sweet home.
Home, sweet home. HSH. You can add more words there. Okay. Okay, so next we move on to allusion. Another topic is allusion. Another term is allusion. This also we had seen in previous class. Yes. What is allusion? Anybody can tell me if you remember what is allusion? What is this poetic device? Any one of you?
So when historical events are used,
Yes, Mukul, what do you say? What is allusion? Aditya, Gracie.
Sir, it is an expression means designed to call something indirectly. Means we are not saying something directly to someone.
So casual reference to a famous historical person. I had said reference referring to a historical figure or event, that is called allusion. You are referring in your poetry or drama or whatever you are writing. In your writing you are referring to a person, that is called allusion. Okay, example. Any one of you, example. Example of allusion, you remember? Any example?
Sir, the rise in poverty.
Repeat.
Sir, the rise in poverty will unlock the Pandora's box.
So if you remember, I had told you chocolate is her Achilles heel. Chocolate is her ACHILLE heel. Chocolate is her Achilles heel. Now what is the meaning of this? Chocolate or ice cream is her Achilles heel. What is the meaning of this? What do you mean by this? Anyone know? What do you mean by this sentence? Chocolate is her Achilles heel. Ice cream is her Achilles heel.
Sir, weakness.
Chocolate is our weakness.
Yes, weakness. Weakness. So, yesterday also I had told you about the story of Achilles, that he was a prince born, and in order to make him immortal, in order to make him powerful, his mother had dipped him into the river, holding his feet, and unfortunately only his feet, that is his heel, had remained untouched. It was not dipped into water, and that was his weaker part. Yes, another example we can have of illusion. If it doesn't stop raining, I would build ark. Now what is the meaning of ark? A-R-K. What is ark? If it rains continuously, I would build an ark. What is ark? A-R-K. Anyone? What is ark?
Sir, a type of shed.
Yes. So it is a big boat, or you can say a big ship. It was made by Noah in ancient time. So what we are doing, we are replying, we are referring, we are using the historical event or figure, that is called allusion. Now next one is paradox. What is paradox? You remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Say.
Contradiction.
Yes, contradiction. Something true which at first seems contradictory. Something true which seems contradictory or contradiction. So it is true, but it seems to be unreal or contradict. Example?
So truth is
Sir,
honey, which is
money
bitter.
can be saved.
Save money by spending it.
One by one. Yes, Vedika, you say example.
Save money by spending it.
Yes, you can save money by spending it. So how can you save money by spending it? Do you think it's real? How can we save money by spending it? Yes, Vedika. We are spending it, then how can we save it? So it seems that it is contradict. But at the same time, the meaning is that if you are spending money on something, well, let's say if you are buying a pen for 10 rupees, okay, and you are bargaining and you are saving 1 rupee. You are bargaining for 2 rupees, 1 rupee. So that's how. Yes, another example, any one of you.
In the poem, we have read that victory with no survivors.
Yes, victory without survivor. So it would be a victory, but without survivor. No survivors would be there. Yes. This is the beginning of the end. This is the beginning of the end. Next, you can also say, when you win all the time, you lose. When you win all the time, you lose. And very famous one by Bollywood film star. Which one is that? Given by Salman Khan. Which one? Very famous. Paradox.
What
Yes
I
sir,
say, I
कि
do.
मुझ पे
What
एक
I don't
एहसान
say.
करना कि मुझ पे कोई एहसान ना करना.
Yes. मुझ पर एक एहसान करना कि मुझ पर कोई एहसान ना करना. So paradox. So like this, there are many examples for you. Now we can move to the next, that is symbolism. Symbolism. What is symbolism? Symbolism, any one of you? Symbols, related to symbols. What is symbolism?
To
Symbols.
represent something by symbols.
Yes, which represents the symbol sometimes represent deeper meaning, different meaning, not just the literal meaning. So symbolism is using an object or action that means something more than its literal meaning. So symbolism is used for some deeper meaning, not just mere for literal meaning. ना सिर्फ शाब्दिक अर्थ, but sometimes symbols are used for explaining the deeper, different meaning. Yes, one example I can give you of symbolism. The Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty. A white rose. White rose or white flower. What does it represent? Yes. Peace. Yes. And a rose. What does a rose stand
Love.
for? A rose stand for?
Love.
Love. Rose stand for romance. Love. So all these symbols are used in poetry. Tell me any symbolism which you remember from the poetries which we have read.
Sir, trees sprinting.
Yes, trees printing. So trees symbolize what? Trees symbolize what?
Speed of time or age.
Yes, time, speed of time. And there was also another poetry that is about tiger. Mrs. Speckletice tiger. So tiger represent what? The valor of men, male dominating society. So like this, symbolisms or symbols are used in poetry for telling, for explaining the deeper meaning. Okay. So you must also pay attention to this and understand. Now, next one is idiom, which I think all of you are aware with. Idiom. I-D-I-O-M. Idiom. All of you know the definition of idiom? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we have read it in 9th class, 10th class. Yes. So tell, what is idiom?
So idioms are the phrases which gives a different meaning from the literary meaning.
Okay. What do you say, Mukul? What are idioms? What are
Sir,
idioms?
non-literal meaning added to phrase.
Okay, so idiom is an expression with a meaning different from the literal meaning of the words. So it gives meaning different from the literal meaning, literal words. Okay, examples we can have, that is, I got cold feet before my speech. I got cold feet before my speech. What do you mean by this? I got cold feet before my speech.
So getting nervous.
Cold feet before my speech. Yes. So that is feeling nervous, getting cold feet before any competition, before any speech, before any program. You are going on the stage, you feel like cold feet. So sentence, I'm getting cold feet. I'm getting nervous. Another example you can have, that is,
Sir, kill two birds with one arrow.
sorry?
Kill two birds with one arrow.
Yes, killing two birds with one arrow. I have killed two
एक तीर
birds.
से दो निशाने लगाना.
Yes. What else?
So beating around the bush.
Beating around the bush. Don't beat around the bush. Direct, come to the point. Yes. What else? Keep on.
Sir, once in a
Once in
blue,
a blue
once in
moon.
a blue,
Once
blue
in a
moon.
blue moon. One by one. Okay. Yes. Who else? Another one. Yes. Very good.
Tip of, on the tip of my tongue.
On the tip of finger. Yes. What else? My
nail
teacher
on the
gave
head.
me the green light. For example, I went to the principal for asking games and she gave me the green light. I went to the principal office asking for game. She gave me green light. What do you mean by this?
She said yes
She
for the
said
games.
yes.
Yes. Next.
Permission granted.
Yes. Put the
Cross
lights
your
out.
fingers.
Spill the beans.
Put the lights out. So, whatever the words are there, whatever the examples you are giving, all correct. But remember, the idioms have got not only literal meaning, but the deeper meaning we have to find out, and we have to understand the hidden meaning. They make our language, they make our writing more attractive, more interesting. That is the use of idiom. Next is oxymoron. Next one I am writing here, that is oxymoron. Have you heard this term, oxymoron, earlier? Oxymoron. Yes. What do you mean by oxymoron? In 9th and 10th class, it came in the poetry. What is oxymoron?
It's a phrase which seems to be contradictory. It's a phrase which seems to be contradictory.
Yes, it's also a
Like
phrase.
cold hot tea.
Contradictory. Right, right. Very correct. Yes. So contradiction, contradictory. Examples.
Love and hate
Cold hot
relationship.
tea.
Love and hate. Yes, love and hate. Yes. Yes, another
So
example.
may I give one more?
Yes,
The
Gracie.
faith and faithful kept himself true.
Once again.
Faith and faith kept him falsely true.
Okay, I didn't hear clearly. No problem. A peaceful war. A peaceful war. It was a peaceful war. Suppose somebody is saying, how was the war? It was a peaceful war. A tragic comedy
Sweet pain.
movie. Another example somebody is giving. A tragic,
Sweet
it was
pain.
a tragic comedy.
So
Yes.
horrifyingly beautiful.
Once again.
Horrifyingly beautiful.
Horrifying, beautiful flower. It was a horrifying, beautiful scenery. Yes. What else? Open your mouth and speak louder. Next, I can give
Alone
you.
together.
Yes, Srinidhi.
Alone together.
Alone together. Wonderful. We are alone together. I am alone here, you are alone there, still we are together. Okay. Virtual
Sweet pain.
reality. Yes, speak.
Bitter sweet.
Bitter.
Sweet pain.
Gorang is bitter, sweet boy. Ice cream is bitter, sweet. Okay. A generous cheapskate. A tragic comedy. Virtual reality, unbiased opinion. It was an unbiased opinion. Okay, so all these are the examples of oxymoron. Now let us see euphemism. I think you have heard this term also, euphemism. Have you heard this? EUPHEMISM, euphemism. Yes?
No, sir.
No, no problem. I can. So, euphemism is a polite word or phrase used in place of one that may be too direct, unpleasant, or embarrassing. So, instead of using unpleasant words, unpleasant sentence, embarrassing words, embarrassing sentence, same emotion, same feeling can be expressed through polite words. That is called euphemism. Now, when I give you example, you would understand. For example, my old and dearest friend pass away. So, pass away. Instead of saying he died, I'm using pass away. Another one, you can say, he has purchased a pre-owned car. What do you mean by pre-owned car or pre-loved?
Second-handed.
Yes.
Second hand.
So instead of saying second hand, if we say someone, hey, you have bought a second hand mobile, second hand car, second hand vehicle, that fellow, that person may feel bad. But if you are saying you have you have purchased a pre-owned car, it won't, even though the meaning is same, but the words matter. The way you speak, it matters. Your tone matters. Okay. So you can say pre-owned or pre-loved. That is used. Another one is, you can say instead of poor boy, you can say he is a working class person. Instead of telling someone that you are ignorant, you are ignoring, you can say you are mentally challenged. He is mentally challenged. So like this, there are many examples. Now you can give me some more example. Yes. Instead of
Sir,
telling
instead
someone,
of old people, we can say senior citizen.
yes, yes, Srinidhi, once again.
Sir, instead of old people, we can say senior citizen.
Very good. Instead of telling you are old, you can say you are senior citizen, you are gold. To a fat person, you can say he is vertically challenged. Somebody is fat. Instead of saying you are a fat man, you can say you are vertically challenged. Okay. Yes, what else? So that's it. Now there are many examples you can find out. Okay. Now next one is, another one is cliche. C-L-I-C-H-E. C-L-I-C-H-E. So I think it was not there in 9th, 10th class. You might be hearing this term for the